Now, live in studio, cutting through your typical media nonsense and offering you a rational and unbiased perspective on current events and life in Tampa Bay. He's a successful entrepreneur, a real estate and finance expert, and goes to bat for you every day as your consumer advocate. Your host, Brandon Rhymes.
Yes, here we are again, another day committed to picking a fight with the mainstream media and providing you the timely truth centered around your real estate, credit, finance, estate planning, tax planning, and so much more. Over 80 show partners now with the Real Estate Quarterback Show and our second brand, the Consumer Quarterback Show. And we all want to entertain, we want to educate, but most importantly, we want to enlighten and engage.
The only thing I'm addicted to right now is winning.
Helping you win in any marketplace. Now, I want you to pull out your smartphone, save our consumer advocate hotline number in your phone. It's 813-917-1894.
You used to call me on my cell phone.
813-917-1894.
Baby, don't forget my number.
And I want you to bookmark realestateradiotampa.com. That's our website, blog site, a plethora of information available. Links to all of our expert contributors at realestateradiotampa.com. And we don't care if you're climbing a corporate ladder or if you throw a ladder in your truck on the way to work. This show's for you. We want to help you win. Let's go around the horn now. Intelligent Talk Radio. I've got some intelligent folks in here in the studio with me. We got first up Mr. John Grant, Eagled LED Lighting. Welcome back in.
Thank you. Glad to be here. Excited watching you dance. That was fun.
Yeah, man. That's good stuff, right?
I thought you were going to start pulling it out.
You saw those moves. And I'll go ahead and start talking with Mr. John Grant. He's also the star of our Friday Night Live show, along with TBYFL, Scott Levinson, the president, and having a lot of fun on Friday nights.
Yeah, we are having fun on Friday nights. It's fun to talk about youth sports and people be interested in it. So
yeah, it is.
We have a good time.
A lot of creative. Juices flowing on the Friday night show. We love the the impact with the community and some of the callers, folks calling in on that live show and having a good time. And Connor doing a good job producing it for you guys.
Oh, I love Connor. Connor does a great job. Last week, though, he had a busted car, so he wasn't there. But yeah, we love Connor. Connor's great. But now here we are today talking a little business.
Yeah.
Obviously, with what we do in Eagled, we're helping these businesses, we're helping these, communities, municipalities save a ton of money. As you and I have discussed many of times,
right.
The LED revolution's coming.
Yep.
We're still a few years away from it, but we've really done an excellent job, at least in this community, and we're working our way throughout the U.S., but entrenching ourselves so that as that revolution starts to hit, they know where to go. We've got some phenomenal clients out there, some big hotels and some large property groups and, banking institutions. And we're proud, we're proud what we do. We actually were talking about a property, a program that we just did, or a facility we just did. It was about 40,000 square feet. The total cost for the renovation of the lights was about $50,000. Now, this is a 24-hour day, 3-shift facility.
Wow.
The overall reduction of energy was about 75 and some odd percent, right around 75% of their energy on their lighting from a lighting standpoint.
That's huge.
Yes. And not only was it huge from that standpoint, but they literally were saving about almost $7,000 a month in monthly, payments off of their energy bill. So the return on investment was well under a year, 6-7 months. And in addition to all of that, they had a rebate that came to them of almost $30,000.
Wow.
So which was almost 60% of the entire project. So it was a big deal, a big numbers game. And at the end of the day, they came to us and said, you know what? We have the cash flow. But do you offer financing? Yep, absolutely. We financed it. It was about $1,100 a month. And they're not only reaping the cash flow from the savings per month of $6,000+ versus what they're paying, but they're also about to get that rebate check, and that's straight cash flow again to them to either make the payments or do as they want with. So we're not only making a big difference in these businesses on making better quality lights, but we're really making a huge financial difference in something that they're already paying for on the bottom line. It's a straight line expense that they're already paying for on their P&L. So we try to get people to understand, don't be afraid to at least have us come out and see what the rebates and incentives are available to you.
Right.
There are parts of Tampa Bay area that don't have rebates, but there are parts that do. And they're still there for you, and don't miss out on them, and especially the EPAC tax credit 179D, that's active now till December 31st of this year. So if you're sitting around on the sidelines and you're not sure what you want to do, that's 60 cents a square foot. Wow. That's what the tax credit is. So if you have a 30, 20, 10, whatever 1,000 square foot facility, 60 cents per square foot is your tax deduction plus rebates that may be available to you through your power company.
Wow.
And again, we can finance it.
Yep.
So we can make it so you're saving still money every month and not having to come out of pocket. So, we want folks to hit us up. We want you to, to get us on the web, check us out, do some search engines of our social media, see some of the interviews and see some of the things that are out there that we really believe will make a huge difference, to your business.
Yeah, absolutely. If you just joined us, that's John Grant with Eagle LED Lighting. And just think about it, if you're the manager that brings John in and the ownership, just think about how happy the ownership was going to be with you when they experience the 70-something% decrease in energy. They get the $20,000 rebates. You got all these advantages. The financing is available to further help cash flow. And then just think about it as well, you're doing something good for the environment.
Oh yeah, I mean, and it's all the way around. Not only think about that side of it, but think about when we're changing out. Like we have a lot of property management companies. We do a lot of hotels and a lot of apartment complexes. Well, guess what? 80% of that lighting is. It's all exterior.
Right.
So all your parking lot lights, all of your lights that are, 1,000-watt metal halides, we're actually getting up there, changing those out, cutting those by 80%, and eliminating all the maintenance and the bucket trucks and all that stuff to get up to them.
Nice. Yeah. Awesome. Great stuff. I want to remind you, all of our expert contributors can be found at consumerqb.com. Click on the expert contributors tab, and that's John Grant with Eagle LED. John, we're talking about as a business owner, you have these large facilities, and many times, larger facilities, smaller facilities, you still would help well. But, you're able to go in and you're change the lighting out. You're able to help them experience savings and efficiency, not only the cost, but also the cooling, the heating element of the lighting. You have opportunities for tax rebates, tax incentive. Let's focus in more on that.
You're hired, man.
Does that run out?
Listen, can you cover this area?
Hey, does that run out now at the end of the year? I mean, is that something people need to have a timeline on?
Yeah, I mean, the EPAC tax credit expires this year. It may get, re-upped. It was, I think, 2 or 3 times now it's been extended. It was originally passed in 2005, so it's been around for a while.
Yep.
There are other aspects to it, so it's not just LED lighting. The LED portion is 60 cents a square foot. So, yeah, I mean, there's some incredible incentives and savings out there. You hit some really good nails on the head. And I think a lot of times these facility operators and managers, the savings becomes kind of peripheral to them because like we were talking about getting up on the lifts, hiring an electrician to get up there to do it. Maybe our buddy Manny Polizzi, over, but again, but you still have to get somebody out there to do that. There he is. Hey, Manny. You're still going to have to get somebody out there to do that. You're still going to have to rent the lift. You're still going to have to pay for the replacement cost.
Right.
And at the end of the day, the heat and all the different aspects of what goes on with it is a nightmare. So, to be able to eliminate all of that and save a bunch of money and have a company like us that can come out and install it for you if you need to, can, obviously do the rebate programs for you and do the research, fill out the paperwork, make sure the certifications are properly so that you get your money. You know what I mean? So you got a world-class, team behind you.
That's right. Making you more street smart here on the Real Estate Quarterback Show, giving you that helicopter view of the marketplace. And that's John Grant, Eagle LED Lighting, and also can help you with your business. He's also a hell of a coach on the some of the youth sports here.
Thank you.
Check out Friday Night Live. Scott Levinson, they do a great show. Talk a little sports on the show as well. Now I want to jump into our lightning round. All right, top consumer tips, things to do, things to avoid. John Grant, Eagle LED Lighting.
Well, all you facility managers, you business owners, start looking around at what you got going on. One of the things I'm actually just sitting here thinking about, as you said, the lightning round is I drive down the street sometimes coming home from baseball or football games, and I notice that half the signs on the street are out.
Right.
And we're actually working with a major real estate company, a national real estate franchise company, and they have corporate and they have franchise offices. And so we're going to be doing about 300-400 offices between Florida, Texas, and the Carolinas. And that's one of the big things with them is that every time they move into a space corporately for their, either commercial or residential real estate, they actually sign a 4 or 5 year lease. And typically 2 or 3 times in that 4 or 5 year lease, they have to replace the signage or the lights in the signage because the weather gets to it and it's electric in there. So we can come out, we can take the guts out the sign, put LEDs in there that are waterproof and corrosion proof, especially here in Florida or in areas. If you happen to be listening to us on the iHeart app and other parts of the country that get cold, we can come in, take them guts out, put stuff in there that makes your lights bright for 10, 15 years.